Yes, now.
Right.
So, very good afternoon, Manisha ma'am. How are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm absolutely doing fantastic, sir. How are you?
Well, I'm fit as fiddle and doing fantabulous in my life by the grace of Almighty God. Thanks for your kind concern.
Thank you so very much for asking me. Yeah, thank you, sir.
Okay, that's great. And as this is the first time I'm interacting with you, so I want you to introduce yourself for my viewers, please.
All right, sir. So, as far as concern of my introduction, so yes, my name is Manisha, and I have done my graduation from English honors from Delhi University, and a part of that, I have done kind of some multimedia animation course. And a part of that, I have work experience of International Delhi Airport, almost 10 years. There, I served two international airlines, and presently, I'm working as an entrepreneur and I'm running my own play school in the morning. And side by side, I'm running my own academy by the name of English Academy, where I'm teaching English spoken to the students. Almost I have right now 20, 25 students, and I'm also giving online classes to the student. So yes, presently I'm doing this. And also, I'm a YouTuber now. I have recently started this one, so I'm like working on that. Yes, there are a lot of things on my plate right now.
Okay, that's really great. Delighted to hear that about your introduction. And let me quickly introduce myself as well. So my name is Shiv. I born and brought up in India. By profession, I'm a government employee. As far as my academic qualification concerned, I'm done with my master in English, master in commerce, and this year I'm pursuing my master in economics. This is my final year. In addition to this, I do teach English to beginners and to intermediate speakers through different online applications. And I run my own YouTube channel by the name of English with Teacher Shiv, where I'm uploading spoken English content and conversational videos. So that's all from my side in brief.
All right, so fantastic. You are just doing a lot of things on a same time, so right? Yes. So yes,
So
another.
now I'm going to ask some questions to you. Like my first question is a very basic question. I just want to know about your English journey. Like, when did you start speaking English and how did you start? What are the steps you have followed in order to master this language and the hurdles, the obstacles which you faced during your learning schedule?
Okay, so I would like to start, since my childhood. As a child, I was very feel connection of this with this language, so and eventually it comes to my life. I didn't choose this language. This language chose me. I think I would say like this, and I get first exploration when I just got the very first job of my career in Delhi International Airport. At that time, I will say that I could speak in English with the foreign people and the business class passenger, but I was not that confident. And I really don't know all about any even a single thing about the grammar part. So I've some after some time, I reached a certain phase of my life where I just took this decision. Now I have to quit my job, and I was kind of a person that I don't want to be sit at home and completely want to be a housewife or something like that. So I really want to earn my own money. I want to be really independent, and uh, like quitting my job is not the option for me, but I did it, and that was the hardest part of my life. So somehow that was going on after quitting my job. I was continuously thinking, what should I do? And somehow I started my play school, and I really want to do something else where I really actually I would say I'm madly passionate about this language. So I got one opportunity to teach as a teacher, as an English teacher. So where this is, English grammar journey started, and that was the turning point of my career. And I really enjoyed, sir. Uh, when I was in my school, I think, teachers come to me and, they used to teach us the tenses and all, and I didn't really get it there. So through once I teaching, the students, then only I learn simultaneously. And I'm learning one topic, and I just go to the institute and teach the student. So it is how I become English trainer, sir. And it's like it's been 2 years that I'm just teaching students, and I'm really enjoying it, sir. Yeah, this is
Wow, that's really great. And I'm being glad to hear about the journey you have covered so far and the way you have taken your initiative in order to get hold and command of this language. That's something which is admirable. I really want to appreciate you. Second thing, my question for you is, for example, if one beginner will come to you and he will ask you that he wants to learn English. So, how will you start your teaching? How will you teach him? And what would be the strategies would you follow in order to acknowledge him that after taking your mentorship, or is going to speak English fluently as he is expecting from your side?
right, sir. So, if somebody comes to me, first of all, I would like to know at which level he or she is, right? So, the level of his or her English. So, actually, whenever students comes to me offline, I take it one test that is very basic, so. So I get to know idea about it, the person who I'm going to teach, where at what level he or she is. So first of all, you must know about your English level, right? On which level are you? Like in a basic level, intermediate, advanced, or super advanced. So first of all, you should know about it. After that, once you know this, after that, you just start your journey, right? If you are on basic level, just start with very basic thing. Start watching cartoons, and and I would like to share one thing here, that grammar is very important, sir, right? We cannot have that confidence without knowing the grammar. So basic grammar is very important. Ism are used, was, were, have, and this kind of uses, tenses, passive. So when you get to know all these basic structures, you will get a good hold over this language with confidence. Some of the people speak in English. They don't know about if we I'm talking in present tense or the past tense or the future tense, which kind of helping verb we're gonna use it, right? So we are not getting that much of confidence. But once you go through the grammar part as well, so you will have that confidence. So this is how I do it with my students. Yes, sir.
Wow, that's a really a nice technique. I must say that the way you have been evaluating your aspirants and the basis of that evaluation test, you have accumulated so many information about his level that where he stand in terms of spoken English, and accordingly you have started making plan that how I'm going to start my teaching in order to give my mentorship to him. That's something which is, I must say, every teacher has to do before starting his teaching schedule. Anyway, so as you mentioned that grammar is really imperative in terms of teaching English and in terms of learning English. So what about those people who don't have any grammar knowledge? It means like they don't even know the basic of grammars. Can't they learn English without grammar?
Yes, I can say there are lots of aspects. It's just individual choice. If some kind of person in that kind of a situation that they don't have kind of that environment, and don't have the time to get through the English part, English grammar part. So they can do what I was gonna suggest that one thing here. So please start listening. You can get a good hold over any language by listening. So suppose if a child, born in Nigeria or the South India, or what, like a child can learn the language by listening only. They don't go through the any kind of language, like grammar part of any language. So if you want to learn this language without grammar, so you have to do one thing so deeply, that you have to create that English environment, and you, whatever data or whatever you are just consuming, that must be in English. So you have to do it by yourself. No one can do it for you. So listening is very important. So
That's really great. You have stated something which makes sense because personally, I do believe on it. Before be a good speaker, one must be a good listener first. So that's correct. And like we have been talking with many people around our country, like people who are from different parts of India, having different styles, culture, tradition, and languages as well. They have a bit influence of their mother tongue on their spoken English. That is called MTI, mother tongue influence. And that's why sometimes when they speak English, their mother tongue influence could be easily reflected in their spoken English. So they can't pronounce the word correctly as the word should be pronounced. So how they can overcome with this mother tongue influence and they can improve their pronunciation.
okay, so mother tongue influence is a very popular, I would say, very it's a big problem, whenever people speak in English. So, like, wherever you are belong to, like from any kind of a state, or Bihar or Jharkhand or UP, everyone has their own accent to speak in English, right? So, but if whatever language you speak doesn't bother if you are speaking in your accent, but when it comes to the English part, sir, it doesn't reflect in English. So you must have like concentrate of your pronunciation. So you must practice makes a man perfect, sir. But I will say right practice makes a man perfect. And if you are speaking, it's not all about any grammar or the vocabulary or the like listening or reading or writing. You must have, look at all the aspects of English. So pronunciation is one of them. So you need to work on that. Yeah.
That's correct. The one who wants to speak English fluently has to work upon his pronunciation first. That's something which must be a top priority for him. Now, my next question for you is I hope you have experienced in your learning life whenever you talk to someone. So he has one problem that, man, when I'm talking to you in English, I know everything what I have in my mind, what I wanted to speak, but just because I'm not getting the appropriate words in order to manifest my ideas, my thoughts, or my every single thing. So how can we enhance our vocabularies? That's my question.
On this, I would like to tell you something to my audience as well. So, grammar, vocabulary, reading, writing, it goes simultaneously, parallelly. You cannot do like I just go through whole part of vocabulary, then I'm going to speak. You just learn day by day one word or two words. If you are listening, any kind of inspirational person of yours and any celebrity, the person to whom do you like, so get one or two words from that conversation and try to implement. So this is the fantastic way. That's what I'm also doing this. I really admire Priyanka Chopra, and I really see her, podcast a lot of time, interviews, and I really want to I just want to grasp that some of the words from her conversation, and I really want to do practice and really do the practice. So slowly and gradually, it's a long process, sir. If someone is saying to you that you will gonna speak in within 3 months or 6 months, no, they are lying. You cannot speak this language within like 3 months or 90 days or 6 months. It's a long process, sir. So you have to be very consistent and you have to be very patient while learning this language, sir. I would say that.
That's true. I must agree with you, and that's really correct because I have listened some of podcast of Priyanka Chopra. I have listened her speech as well. She has a very good articulation on her voice and vocabularies and every single thing. She has a very neutral accent as well. No one can easily identify that where is she from. So that's something which is true. Now, my next question for you is, for example, if someone will give you a topic to you, suddenly you haven't prepared for that. Now, how will you explain that topic?
Okay, sir, for this, it will take a lot of soul and heart, sir. Like, if you want to speak on the spot, sir, you must have that particular knowledge about that particular. So it will, you can adapt it through learning, sir. You have to go through like 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. You must learn something about like whatever going on around you, like about the AI, about the internet, about which is recently going on, the breaking news or something like that. So once you have a lot of stuff in your mind, sir, about that particular topic, so then only you able to speak on. If you doesn't have anything in your mind, you won't be able to speak, sir. I really believe, it my belief that reading is a never ending process. So you, if you have that lot of knowledge about lots of things, so you will be able to speak it, otherwise you cannot.
It means knowledge is equal to confidence. If you have knowledge, you will be very confident in order to explain the topic which has been given by orator to you. Okay,
Yeah.
that's really a nice point. And my next question for you is, there are many people, they have thoughts in their mind. They know what to speak when it comes to their own native language. But as soon as they started speaking English, their mind goes blank. Nothing is coming in their mind. So, what do you think? What could be the reason behind it, and how one can speak English without getting blank?
Okay, so I can give this a question of this answer, sir. That sometimes people have kind of a, they thought that English is something out of their, comfort zone. They are not comfortable with this language, sir. So they can have, very much of inferiority complex. They are just suffering from claustrophobia sometimes, and the people want to be in their, comfort zone. They don't want to be uncomfortable in their life. So I think this could be the reason, because when we speak in any other language, we are uncomfortable and we want to just finish our point and we be coming up as soon as we want to be come in our comfort zone. So people do that, and sometimes people don't have knowledge about that particular topic, because they don't read. They just, every time they, whatever they are consuming on YouTube, data, whatever, they are just doing it in English, in Hindi, sir, in the Hindi. And if they want to speak in English doesn't come from their mouth, because here all the stuff in Hindi. And if you want to speak in English, you become so uncomfortable that you won't be able to speak. So, like, translation is also not an option, sir. You always have to think because we are with us or 24 by 7. So, whatever we are thinking, listening, reading, watching, it must be in English, sir. So, you have to create that kind of environment of yourself. So, yes, this is, I'm just thinking like that. Yeah.
Well, that's really great. The way you have answered this question, I'm being joyful. And at the same time, I've been noticing that you as well, and there are many people, they have been using some of fillers. For example, uh, mm, you know, like,
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
guess,
Ah,
actually, okay.
right, right.
And there are so many fillers they have been using. Now, my question for you is it okay to use fillers while speaking English? Or if not, so how
Hmm.
one can get rid of it?
Yes, sir. Actually, this is a very, basic problem of mine. Yes, I agree with this because I'm still working on this. I'm in the process of learning this language, sir. I'm still struggling, juggling with this language, and I really want to remove this from my because everyone has some kind of problem, and my problem is this that I'm using a lot of fillers, right? So I'm trying to remove this, and if you want to get rid out of it, so you have to, speak on. This is the ultimate mantra, I would say, that you have to speak whenever you get the time, and slowly and gradually, one day or another, you will be fluent. So,
Yeah, that's really great. Thanks for your deep insight about this question. And my next question for you is how one can gain confidence in order to speak English so that you would not feel hesitate and shy in order to speak English with someone who's far better than him. Because I've seen people that they consider themselves as a beginner and they are being quite shrink to talk with someone who is better than them. So how they can gain confidence to talk with anyone in English without hesitation and shyness.
so I think that, sir, confidence is byproduct of practice. Once you just immerse yourself into the practice, slowly and gradually, you will get the confidence. So, confidence is not like a thing you just go to the market and just buy it, right? It is a by default factor, or I would say that byproduct of practicing. Once you practice one subject or the another, any language, any subject, you will get the confidence once you involve yourself in the journey of learning, exploring, and practicing. So it's not like that ki you just get one day you will just wake up and you will have a lot of confidence. Not like that. Yes, you have to work on yourself.
Okay, that's really a great idea. And my next question goes for you is there are two things. The one is accent, and the another one is pronunciation. I want you to tell me what are the difference between this both terminology and which one is more important and why.
Okay, so I would say that pronunciation is that thing that everyone must have, and it's just same for all of us, right? But the accent is, it's different. It's like if you want to speak in kind of American accent or the British accent, so it relates you to a particular country. I think, right, that you are a very native speaker and your accent is like that. So, but pronunciation is that something like we all must have that, and it's same for all of us. And like if I'm telling this word pronunciation. So sometimes if people say pronunciation, so it is wrong. But accent is your individual choice. They can adapt it, they want. But pronunciation is if you are a, if you are learning this language, pronunciation is the thing that you must work on. Without this, you cannot speak in English, and it doesn't look good.
Okay, yeah, that's really great answer was given by you. And this would be the last question for you. I just want to know from your side, what do you mean by fluency? And what are the qualities of our fluent speaker? Like to whom you will consider he or she is a fluent speaker or not? That's what I want.
Okay. Fluent speaker, in my perception, is that person who is, not make the things complicated. Okay. First thing is that the person who is in front of you, you can go to that level and make him or her understand whatever you want to say to him, right? So, okay, so fluency, I would say that you are just speaking in a very clear manner, and you are not getting stuck in between, and you are not using so many kind of fillers. Your pronunciation is up to the mark, and your attitude, without attitude, English is, good for nothing for you. And so fluency is that fluent speaker, in my perception, is that is, first of all, that is she or he must be a good listener, and make her, thoughts, views, they can just articulate in the person who is in front of them. So that is the, I think the language is all about that, to giving the, making them understand what you want to, make them understand. So
Okay, that's really great. And the way you have answered my all the question, I'm being very magnificent. I'm feeling so jovial, and moreover, I would able to understand that how it works and how this language works and what are the aspect of this language in terms of pronunciation, vocabulary, grammar, and so many other stuff. Sorry.
okay, sir. So I also have a question for you. I also have a question for you. So can I ask, sir?
Yeah, you can ask, but this video is going to be very long. And if it
Yes,
would
yes.
be very long, so I'm not sure whether it would be saved in gallery or not. So is it
Okay,
okay,
okay.
like in
Okay, I
next
got
session, you can ask all the questions, whatever you want to ask? And
all right, sir.
yeah, for
Yes,
today, I'm done with my questions. Thank you for being here and connecting with me and giving your precious time. It's my pleasure to talking with you, and I have learned so many things from your side. At the same time, my viewers are going to learn so many things from this video. So some other day, we are going to talk about some other aspect of this language. And thanks for being here.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much.